Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we are exploring an important case on pathways to expedite facility projects. Moving on to the case overview. This case touches on, I believe, a number of legal concepts, which are construction contracts, regulatory compliance, and any dispute resolution. I believe these are all essential factors in any construction project as well. As understanding these elements, it is very critical for preventing delays and ensuring projects meet deadlines without legal pitfalls. As we move through this presentation, we'll discuss how legal considerations directly impact the timely delivery of projects and the potential risks that come with failing to address them adequately. Moving on to the significance of this case in relation to legal environment. Uh, Construction contracts, in the context of this case, contracts are the foundation of any construction project. They define as like the scope, quality, and schedule, setting the expectations for all parties involved, whether it's either contractors, owners, or even suppliers. And I believe in this case that it highlights how clearly defined contracts are essential for avoiding disputes and delays, which is a poorly written contract or ambiguous term that can lead to serious legal conflicts that can halt the entire project. Um, this is why it's very crucial that contracts outline the obligations of all parties while defining the project's milestones and set clear delivery timeframes. Without any clear constructions or contractual terms, even small misunderstandings can escalate into major delays. Moving on to the third slide, regulatory compliance and dispute resolutions. I believe regulatory compliance, as we all know, construction projects are subject to myriad from zoning laws, building codes, and permits. Regulatory delays often result from issues like obtaining the right permits, conflicts over zoning laws, or non-compliance with local ordinances. They have major delays in regulatory approvals that can severely impact the project timeline. The case emphasizes how compliance with these regulations is just as crucial as the construction itself to avoid unnecessary setbacks. Um, Moving on to the factual background of the case, I have an example of a project which would be either a large office building or a medical center. But let's take a closer look at an example here. Um, we have either a large office building or a medical center. Here we have medical center. A major challenge for this project was regulatory lag in licensing, which caused significant delays. Um, Other issues included unforeseen obstacles like supply chain failures, labor shortages, and even unforeseen site conditions. But moreover, there were some disagreements over contract interpretation and work quality, all of which contributed to the delays. Uh, this project was originally designed to be completed in 18 months, but it faced many significant setbacks. Moving on to the case information, we have complaint and parties. The main complaint here is that delays in delivering facility projects often arise from legal and regulatory concerns, which can be poor contract management or any disputes between parties involved in the project. Um, Now, the plaintiff in these cases is typically the project owner or the contractor, and the defendant could be any of the following, which are excuse me, government agencies, contractors, or even suppliers who are responsible the delays. Moving on to the case outcome. So what was the outcome of this case? I believe that the court found the contractor had breached the contract by missing key deadlines as failing to manage the supply chain effectively. As a result, the project owner was entitled to recover damages for the delays and distribution costs. Following the ruling, recommendations were made to improve contract clarity, speed up regulatory approval processes, and improve mechanisms for dispute resolution to prevent future delays in projects. Analysis of significant legal facts. Several legal issues came up during the case. First, there were contractors' disputes regarding whether the terms of the contract were adhered to and whether delays were justified under the contract's terms. Secondly, regulatory problems arose when delays in issuing permits or approvals affected the project schedule. This raised the legal issue of whether the responsible authorities delayed unnecessarily. And finally, there were issues concerning delay in performance and non-compliance with regulatory requirements, as well as conflicts regarding project schedules and cost overruns. In conclusion, this case underscores the importance of addressing legal systems and facilities project management. It reminds us that project delivery is not just about technical execution, but legal matters like construction, contracts, statutory adherence, and dispute resolution, which which must be proactively managed to prevent delays and cause any conflicts. I believe to avoid these disruptions, it is very crucial to have clear written contracts that outline expectations, responsibilities, and potential risks. By addressing issues such as unexpected delays, variations, and disputes in the contract, projects can be delivered more efficiently and with fewer legal challenges. But that is it with my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.